talked a lot about how it's kind of why you guys, or part of the reason why you guys came here was to play some of the best teams in the country. I mean, how much does Duke sort of embody that, like the reason that you guys opted to come here?
Yeah, everybody knows who doesn't even watch basketball. Everybody knows the name Duke. So, it's obviously like those are one of the catalysts, one of the leaders in those teams that you talk about when you say the reason why I came to play here and play against teams, the best teams in the country. Year in, year out, they're one of the best teams in the country, one of the best programs in, the history of college basketball itself. So,
What's it like to watch video of their games? I'm sure you've done a lot of study in the last couple of days. What's it like to watch them play?
I mean, it's like watching any other team that we play against play. I watch basketball on a college level as a competitor, so in my head, I'm envisioning us playing against them, just trying to see things we can work on to get better, that they might do well, things that we do well that they might not do as well, and, ways that we can have an impact on the game when we do play against them.
They have, maybe all 5 starters might be first-round picks at some point, but, they just lost to NC State. I mean, what is it that NC State did well that maybe you guys can try to replicate to, catch them again?
They just take care of the ball. They were poised, made smart decisions, just, stayed together. That was really what I saw. I personally know Malik Abu, like we're really close, playing on the same AAU team. So talking to him too, that was really like their focus going into the game, was just kind of maintaining their poise and focus, because that's what you need against a team that's that talented.
Do you think the Virginia Tech game was a step forward for you guys with the way you played offensively?
Yeah, I think it was a step forward in just having the right spacing on the floor, being able to make plays for each other and for ourselves. So it was definitely a confidence booster, even though, the score wasn't really a replica of the whole game. It was a really tight game all the way up to the last couple of minutes. So we saw, where we could be, how we could put ourselves in position to win, what it takes to do that.
With Ryan out, you've been kind of playing the 4 technically a little bit more. I mean, so I guess I'll ask you about Bagley. I mean, how do you sort of begin to try to guard a guy like that? He's putting up crazy numbers, it seems like, every time.
He's really aggressive. You just got to kind of be solid on defense with him, try to make him score over you as much as possible. He's really athletic, really talented. As you see, he puts up, amazing numbers. So he's just really relentless when it comes to attacking. So I think you got to just be solid when you're playing against a guy that's like that. So.
With a situation like that, playing a guy like Bagley, and then with him having Carter down there with him, I mean, is that a situation where you guys, I guess without giving too much away, may try to look to double team some, or are there any other things that you guys kind of think of that, okay, I think this might have a chance of working?
We have our defensive game plans for certain teams with certain personnels, whether it be they have small lineups or big lineups. We pretty much play the same. We might change a couple things, so we'll see what happens on the game night.
Grayson Allen's another guy who's kind of been one of the bigger stars in college basketball the last couple of years, sometimes for good, sometimes for bad. I mean, how much do you sort of look forward to matching up with a guy like that who's a senior and has been around this league?
It's definitely a matchup I'm looking forward to. I mean, I played against him high school, EYBL level, and I've kind of, obviously been able to see him play throughout the years. He's a really good player. He's a leader of their team, and he's a nightmare when he gets hot. So, it's definitely something I'm looking forward to. He's one of the better players, especially seniors in college basketball. So.
You said high school level. What level is that? High school?
On EYBL, it's AAU circuit by Nike.
Would you guard him one-on-one in those games?
I mean, he played on one of the best teams in the country. He had D'Angelo Russell on his team, Joel Berry. So it's kind of whoever you got to. It was pick your poison, really. I don't really remember personally just plays where I had to guard him, just the whole game. My team was stacked the same way, too, but,
Who was on your team?
Malik Abu, Jared Terrell, and me, we kind of in the backcourt. Kane Broom goes to Cincinnati. So, yeah, we were all right, I guess. We were ranked one of the top teams in the country at some point, so I guess we were all right.
How did the game end up? Who won?
They did. They did. We got like 4 of us fouled out. So
Yeah, we've talked with you some of that over the course of the season, Jared. I mean, you know, you're someone who between high school, AAU, JUCO, seems to know a whole bunch of people. Is there an ACC team that doesn't have a guy that you know or played with or played against at some point?
no, I don't think so. I don't think so. I pretty much know somebody on every team. Sometimes I get surprised. Some guys I haven't seen in a while, and they'll end up being on a team. So, nah, I haven't seen a team in the ACC yet that I probably don't know anybody on.
That means you're good at making friends.
More just kind of friends through basketball. We kind of know that we're gonna have to compete against each other. It's just a respect, you know, when you're talented. That's really all it is.
One guy you were teammates in JUCO, Malik Petaway, I believe. He's at RMU. Did some pretty good things. Just what was your experience like playing with him?
He's a great person, first and foremost. We from the same state, you know, so I knew him prior to being at Northwest, but not as well as I knew him from being with him at Northwest. He's a really good kid, you know, and very coachable. He's very likable, you know. He sticks to himself, tries not to be, you know, kind of the center of attention, which I really like about him. He just kind of works hard. He stays in the gym. He's a relentless worker, and I mean, you know, that's why you see he's doing good things at that school. I mean, that's who he is. So he was gonna play good anywhere he went.
You a fan of the all-black jerseys you guys are breaking out tomorrow night?
Yeah. Anytime you get to, you know, wear like a special edition jersey, it's pretty nice, and we have pretty nice jerseys. So yeah, definitely kind of hyped to wear the all black, see the crowd in all black. So
I think the jerseys might create an intimidating atmosphere for the game.
I think the atmosphere itself, when you play a team like Duke, is gonna be, you know, crazy. And if you're not ready for it as the opposing player, intimidating. Even if you are on the team, you know, and you're not ready for that moment, it can be intimidating. Whether we were wearing black or not, this game would have been, you know, one of the bigger games of the year for us. So
They're a team that, you know, top 10 was at number 1 as a few days ago. What about them to you stands out so much?
Their size and their athleticism. Obviously, they got 2 of the best bigs in the country playing at the same time. And then also their guards are pretty good scorers, and they get in the paint very well and do a good job of just attacking the rim at all times. So, yeah.
Obviously, every team that you guys play in this league is good, but I mean, do you get a little more excited for a game like this, knowing that these guys were ranked in the top 5, 10 recruiting ratings, stuff like that?
Definitely. I know for myself and a couple of my other teammates, it's always kind of chip on the shoulder thing, you know, coming out of high school. If you think you play at a certain level, then you feel like, you know, you're right up there with these guys, and coming into college as well. It's definitely a game you get excited for. You know, a lot more people are going to be watching, obviously, and it's going to be a great, exciting atmosphere. I already heard the student section is sold out and everything like that, so we're all really excited to get it going tomorrow.
Have you matched up with Duval much, whether in high school or AAU games?
I played him once before in high school.
How'd it go?
My team ended up winning. It was at the City of Palms tournament last year in the semifinals.
Grayson Allen is someone who's been in the league for a while and done, you know, a lot of good things. How excited are you as a guard to be able to go up against him, and kind of what have you seen from watching them on film that he really does well?
Well, he's kind of a complete scoring guard, and like you said, he's been here for 4 years now. He's been a national champion, seen pretty much everything you could see. So definitely looking forward to competing against him. I know he's a great competitor, and just going at it with their whole team, really.
You know, when you step out on the court on Wednesday, Marcus, what sort of an atmosphere, you know, are you kind of expecting? And as a freshman, I mean, this will be, you know, I guess every game is a sort of a new experience for you, but this is sort of the first really, really big home game, I guess, maybe in addition to West Virginia. I mean, how mentally do you kind of make sure that you don't get kind of overwhelmed by a moment like that, or kind of awed in some ways by a moment like that?
Just try and prepare for the game like I do any other game. Not try to, you know, make anything extravagant or think about, oh, this game is bigger than another one. Obviously the opponent is different, but just try and keep my focus and prepare the same way I do with any other game.
Is it tough not to do that though? You know, like not to kind of like single out particular games and to try to ignore everything else that comes with it?
I mean, depending on the team you go up against, I mean, you always kind of look forward to certain matchups, knowing certain guys, whoever's on certain teams, and knowing which games have historically been big in the past. You know, you always hear about that. Everybody's talking about it. So it kind of does factor into things. You do think about it a bit, but just try to stay level-headed and not really fall into that too much.
Marcus, after 16 games and all the minutes you've been playing, do you feel less and less like a freshman and more like a guy who's been around a lot? Are you starting to pick up things that you maybe weren't picking up early in the season?
Definitely. Every game is definitely a new learning experience. Learn everything, something new every single game, and I have played a lot of minutes, and kind of sort of comes with the territory. But I'm really just looking forward to each and every game to get better and learn every single time I can, every single game. Just try and get better.
What do you feel you're doing better today than maybe you weren't a month ago?
Definitely doing a better job of trying to keep my teammates together and trying to also kind of control the game and the pace of the game and kind of how we want to play. Trying not to get caught up in what the other team's doing and just try to focus on keeping us, being us.
Being 16 games in now, Marcus, what would you have told the early November version of Marcus about college basketball and about what to expect?
Definitely to just stay ready at all times, and conference play is definitely a different animal. But kind of just stay with the regimen, always stay taking care of your body, stay studying film at all times, and just try and be the most prepared that you can.
How much does the regimen, taking care of your body, how much does that play a factor in things?
Oh, it's huge because a lot of people have talked to me, coaches, my brother just talked to me about kind of keeping your body in a certain way so you can perform at a certain level night in and night out. And the minutes I'm playing, and especially in this league, the way teams play, certain teams play up and down fast, and it's very physical, grueling. So taking care of your body on off days or even after practice, just doing little things to make sure your body's in top shape is huge.
NC State just beat Duke. They're a team that's kind of similar to you guys. I mean, sort of changing a lot as a program. I mean, what can you guys take from that game, seeing what they did to beat them?
Just try and use a little bit of the strategies they did, I guess. Just kind of watch their film and see how they exploited them, and try to apply that ourselves and see what we can do to put that in our game plan to try and have the same result.
Does it speak to the fact that in this league, anyone can really beat anyone on any given night because it's not the first time someone like Boston College has had an upset? How much do you think it speaks to that?
Like you said, anybody can beat anybody in this league, and quite frankly, throughout the whole NCAA, I mean, we've been seeing upsets of many teams throughout the whole season. So it just shows that Division I basketball is a kind of a different monster, and it's really the most prepared team who comes out every night ready to play and get the job done that's going to win.
You feel you guys are getting close to avoiding one of those upsets?
I think if we do what we know we can do and we execute the game plan well, then we'll like the result.
How many different hairstyles are we going to get out of Marcus Carr throughout this season, you think?
I don't know. I don't know yet, but might be switching it up again soon. We'll have to see.
Excited for the all-black jerseys?
Oh, definitely. Always get excited when we can switch it up, have a new uniform, and it's definitely going to be cool with the whole student section, the whole blackout thing. And I saw the shirts are glow in the dark as well, so that should be cool to see, and really just excited for tomorrow.
I'm intrigued from your angle. Have you gone into his office, pounded your fist on the table and demanded more shots?
No, I don't really say anything. I just show up and play, pretty much. So, however, I just trust the offense. I know my shots will come, so I just trust him to give me shots. So I don't say much.
It's probably coming from an untrained eye here and somebody who obviously didn't play college basketball, but I feel like shooting is kind of one of those things that translates fairly well for even from high school to college. Early on, I guess what were what, if anything, felt off about your shot, and what do you feel like has been rectified here in the past few weeks as you've been playing a lot better?
Well, obviously, like, shooting something you do your whole life. So you just got to go out there and shoot the ball. You don't really change anything about your shot. I think, like, the first 5 games or so, I was just kind of in a hurry. And now I've kind of, like, slowed down and just shot the ball how I have been my whole life. So
Jared said today that he felt the Virginia Tech game, the offense did a lot better with spacing. You know, has that contributed to kind of over the last few games, kind of the spacing you guys have done on the offensive end or improved on the offensive end, getting you maybe some more open looks?
yeah, I think so. Like, sometimes we seem to get, like, all crammed together, but, like, a couple times in practice, they actually have, like, places out on the court marked with exits, like where you're supposed to be when, like, there's a pick and roll happening or something. So that helps a lot too.
We've talked a lot this season about just, you know, how inexperienced you guys are, how young of a team you are. I mean, given all that you guys are just trying to do as a program yourselves, I mean, how do you begin to prepare for a team that's, you know, maybe got 5 guys who are going to be pros in 6 months or whatever?
Well, we've played other teams that had pros, so we're kind of used to that. Obviously, they don't have as many as them, but we're going to go out there just like any other game, play as hard as we can, and go out there to win. So,
You know, with your dad being a college basketball coach, Parker, how much, with all this, even just 2 months in here, still being so new to you, how much do you use him as a resource? Like, how much, you know, if you're unsure of something, or if you're looking for pointers, I mean, how much do you use him as a resource?
I don't talk to him a whole lot, but I do talk to him. He watches a lot of my games, obviously, when his team isn't playing, and he'll tell me what I did good and what I didn't do so good, and he always tells me, make sure you keep getting to the gym, like after practice and before practice, because that's how I became a good shooter. I just gotta keep putting in the work on the side to continue to get better.
What, growing up, what were some of your shooting routines before practice or after practice?
Well, my whole life, this isn't really related to, like, high school. Like, I would get up shots after practice in high school and stuff, but my whole life, my dad used to take me to the gym, and we just shoot every single day, sometimes 3 times a day, shoot, and we'd work out, but he would pick me up, and we'd go to the gym every day for a long time, so I guess that's how it became.
How old were you when you started?
I don't even remember. I just remember I was always at the gym with my dad, so.
You know, as a kid, did you like that? You know, because, you know, I feel like now you can sort of realize that it helped you get to where you are, but were there days where you were just like, no, I'm not doing this?
Some days I'm not gonna lie, I didn't want to go, but he would say, no, we're going to the gym, and we go there and we get up shots or whatever he had me doing that day. But he always made sure I was in the gym.
Was he the one to teach you your form?
Yeah, he was. He taught me how to shoot.
Think he'll be able to make it to a game this year? I mean, I know they have basically the same schedule as you guys, one during the week, one on the weekend.
He was at our game in Kentucky, because that's not too far from
Right.
Tennessee. So he came up to that one with my family. So I got to see him then.
Parker, in your lifetime, Mike Krzyzewski's arguably been the most successful coach in college basketball. What's this challenge like, and what kind of opportunity is this like for you to go up against not only Duke, but a coach as accomplished as Coach K?
For sure. I mean, it's exciting to be able to play against them, because obviously my whole life I've been watching them on TV. But then you look at their team, and like now I'm the same age as like the guys on his team, and like I've been playing against some of these guys for years now, so I've kind of seen them play a lot, and we've played each other on like the AAU circuits and stuff, so I'm kind of familiar with the players, but it's exciting to play against a coach like that.
Who are some of the guys you know
Gary Trent Jr. I've played him like 2 years in a row in the AAU. He played on the EYBL circuit. They had a few guys who played on that circuit, so that's kind of where I played them at. Bagley, played against Bagley twice.
What do you remember about playing against him?
He's just he's like 6'10", 11, whatever he is. He can shoot, put on the floor, and then his second jump, I think, is what's so impressive about him. How he shoots his own shot and he's able to go get it, put it back up. So that's.
He's putting up pretty crazy numbers every time out. I mean, how do you? I guess it takes a whole team defense to try to slow someone like that down. I mean, how do you begin to sort of not stop him, but at least just limit him and contain him?
I mean, it'll be hard because they have two post players who are just such forces. But I mean, if we want to win, we got to shut them down. So that's what we're going to go out there and try to do.